Yeah! Christmas Eve, bitches! Got ourselves, since it was number 12, we're gonna do the motherfucking 12 days of P-list, bitch! On the first day of P-list, pro wrestling gave to me misuse of wrestling terminology. Oh, yes! These are just fucking 12 fucking things about pro wrestling. Misuse of wrestling terminology. Can we work on this, everybody? You can't have a dark match if your shit's not televised. I'm looking at a lot of shows on this one. Just because to you it's a big show doesn't mean you can call shit before your show actually starts in your mind. Dark matches unless you're on television. Quit fucking doing that. Quit calling the shit a finisher if it doesn't fucking beat anybody ever. You false finish fucks. And this notion that people sell, it's not called selling unless the crowd's buying it. Here's your test if you're good at selling. Do the boys believe it in the back? Do the boys believe whatever you're selling in the back? Do they? If they don't, you're not selling good enough. On the second day of P-list, pro wrestling gave to me 2 misused often. Look, you wrestling dumb fucks. I'm on this tear lately, of course. This whole thing about, oh, grammar Nazis, oh, grammar Nazis. How about you just get shit right? I'm tired of people calling out people who point out the fact that you sound like a dumb fuck. If you don't know the difference between to, T-O, as in going to directionally somewhere, to as in the number 2, T-W-O, and to meaning in excess. That's the one that wrestling people fuck up all the time. It's just too much, T-O. For fuck's sake. And your. I even see intelligent wrestlers fuck that one up. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E is for you are. Y-O-U-R is a possessive. Fuck's sake. And it's with an apostrophe. I'll grant you that one's harder, but you can learn these fucking rules. Stop embracing ignorance and punishing those who are attempting to point out your ignorance. Stop embracing ignorance. And this will go a long way to helping that when you're promoting wrestling or writing anything in general. Get your shit correct. Stop embracing ignorance when it comes to wrestling and life in general. Thanks. On the third day of P-list, pro wrestling gave to me 3 at a level. Wrestler of the year. It's either Logan Creed or AC Mack or I don't know. Maybe set a goal to be at the A level. Promotions. It's Southern Honor. It's Southern Fried. It's Action. Those are the A-list shows. You're going to have to take one of their spots if you want to be an A-list show. That's the truth. So whose spot are you going to take? Or are you going to fill in that A spot? Set that goal, motherfucker. On the 4th day of P-list, pro wrestling gave to me 4 a week reported on average on busy wrestling weekends in Georgia between Rob Rod, Larry, Nick, Myron, and other people. We usually get on average 4 show reports each week written by an outside source. Do you realize how fucking amazing that is? How privileged we are? How fantastic that is? Be fucking grateful. And get these guys to come to your fucking show and write a report for it. It's wonderful. Thank you to those people. Thank you. Can we get more people writing fucking show reports? I hope we can. On the 5th day of Plist, Pro Wrestling gave to me all majors here. What does that mean? These are the groups that are running shows in Georgia, have in the recent memory, or going to soon again. WWE, AEW is announced a show in Atlanta. MLW, Ring of Honor, and the NWA does their studio tapings there. The 5 fucking majors do their shit in Georgia. That's fan-fucking-tastic. A lot of these 12 days are about celebration, and this one as well. What about Impact, though? I said all majors. Dickhead! Yeah, I fucking said it. On the 6th day of Plist, Pro Wrestling gave to me 6 that should stay dead. That probably makes you worried. I don't mean wrestlers. I don't mean wrestling people. I mean these 6 tried and true tropes. That's a lot of T's. That's alliteration. These 6 things are no longer prevalent at shows, and I'm fucking glad, and you should be too. Once I start naming them, you're going to go like, oh yeah, I remember when that was a fucking thing. These 6 things are dead and should stay dead. 2 or more intermissions in a show. I'll just go as far as say this. If you have 2 or more intermissions in your show, you cannot be an A-list show. Fuck you and your mother and the donkey she has sex with for extra money. 2 or more intermissions, promos after every match. You know you're on a shit show when they have a promo after every match. And anybody who's worked on a lot of shows in Georgia knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's no longer the case with shows. And we should be fucking happy that trope is dead. And it should remain dead. Owners / promoters as the main title holders. That's done. People bring that up once in a while like it's still a thing. It's not. Certainly not at any A or B list show. Declarations that something is a shoot. Oh God, thank God that is fucking ended. Let it continue to be dead, please. 5th thing, that dishonesty should be tolerated and is an inevitable part of dealing with promoters and wrestling people in general. Not anymore, motherfuckers. And when's the last time you've heard about a show that stiffed the boys, where a whole bunch of wrestlers had to wait for the promoter after the show, or tracked him down, or put him on blast on Facebook and that kind of shit? It doesn't really happen anymore. Though, Ronnie Gossett continues to run shows, so we'll see for 2020. On the 7th day of Plist, Pro Wrestling gave to me 7 rats returning. There was a time for a few years here where you fucking incel motherfucking eunuch motherfucking pro wrestlers would slut shame the fucking rats. Oh, you're certainly good enough for you to fucking marry them, you fucking weirdos, but you'd slut shame them, and oh, rats, and she's a rat, and then female fans would go online and just like, ooh, this chick's just a rat, and blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Rats are wonderful. It's part of the fucking wrestling business. There was a time where that was part of the reason you got into the wrestling business, you fucking incel, dickless fucking motherfuckers. But rats are coming back. Oh yeah, they are. And it's wonderful. It's a healthy sign of the business. And by the way, anybody who thinks I'm being sexist, have you been to all women wrestling shows? There's dudes who flock to that shit, who are more or less like ring rats, except the guys don't get laid. They just hang around, all incel-y like, spending their money, hoping that somehow they'll make a connection and then get laid, but they never do. So who's the bigger fucking sucker? I would say the male version, which I am not going to call ring rats. I'm going to call them ring cows because they be getting milked for that money. On the 8th day of Plist, pro wrestling gave to me 8 boobs a bouncing. Me sexist? Never. The quality women on shows, as valets, as wrestlers prominently, hell, as ring announcers, and all kinds of things. Every show seems like they have at least 2 quality women working on the show, and that is a huge change. And it's not the same 2, which was what it was like a few years ago, right? Quality women are all over wrestling shows, and everybody has at least 2. Well, Steve, 8 boobies. Oh, well, every show seems like they have 2 fat fucks, and it's often the promoters. So their titties are bouncing around too. Hence, 8. Yay! 9th day of Plist, pro wrestling gave to me 9 shows worth watching. Nationally, that is, or internationally. These are the shows that most people have access to in Georgia. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Impact, AEW Dynamite, NWA, MLW, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. What the fuck are you bitching about, wrestling people and wrestling fans? What the fuck are you bitching about? Welcome to the fucking salad days returning, motherfuckers. On the 10th day of Plist, pro wrestling gave to me $10 tickets. Most of the majors in Georgia have finally picked that price point. $10 is the average ticket. I think that's pretty great. And if you are a wrestling person on these shows, what are you getting paid? What are you worth? Are you worth 2 tickets? Are you worth 10? Are you worth 4 or 5 or more? It's not a difficult way to look at what your value is. What goals can you set? How can you get your rate raised? $10 ticket makes the math pretty easy, even for you fucking round eyes. On the 11th day of Plist, pro wrestling gave to me 11 uncertain winners. There are a shit ton of categories, at least 16. And the voting is coming in faster and furiouser. And we're going to have well over 100 people who vote, which is fucking awesome. And these are the ones, by my estimation, where the winner is in heavy doubt, and should be. Feud, mentor, announcer, live event, booker, most improved, tag team or stable, female performer of the year, male performer of the year, technician, and overall wrestler. It's never been more competitive, and as a number of people have pointed out, even those who are mad about the awards, every single person who's nominated is worthy. These are firsts. And finally, on the 12th day of Plist, pro wrestling gave to me 12 months of wrestling. Every major promotion now does at least a show a month. That hasn't always been the case. There were major promotions that would take a couple of months off here and there. But everybody, Southern Honor does 1 a month. Southern Fried has some months where they do 2 and some months where they do 1. But they pick it for logical reasons. These are all good things. Action does 1 a month, right? Most of the major promotions do 2. Or they pick months where they can only do 1. But everybody gets in a show a month at least. And that's fucking wonderful. And it's great. All right? Wait, somebody said Viral only did 8? Like I said, Viral, that's my challenge to you. You want to be fucking taken seriously. You started whining less and delivering more. That's great. 8 shows a year, that's not going to fucking cut it. I barely accept 1 show a month as a real show. That's the truth. Let's recap. On the 12 days of Plist Pro Wrestling gave to me 12 months of wrestling, 11 uncertain winners, $10 tickets, 9 shows worth watching, 8 boobs a bouncing, 7 rats returning, 6 that should stay dead, all majors here. 4 a week reported, 3 at a level, 2 misused often, and the misuse of wrestling terminology. Happy holidays, bitches.